Alright guys, welcome to Duct Tape and a Butter Knife. Doing this intro a little bit backwards today because I forgot to do it this morning on my way to the job. So what you're going to see in this video is I'm installing what I thought was a 65-inch frame TV, but it turns out it's only a 55-inch. So I was kind of expecting the worst. I live by a motto, and I tell my girlfriend this all the time, and I always walk into a job expecting the worst and hoping for the best. So I tell everyone, expect the worst, hope for the best, you'll never be disappointed. And I think that's a pretty good mindset to have. You know, just expect the worst for any situation and hope for the best. That way, if the worst does come about, you're ready for it. And if it turns into a great situation, you're happy about it. So I think that's a good mindset. Some may say that's not too good, but anyway. So today I'm installing, well, I already have installed, sorry about the rough ride, it's the new construction back here. I am installing a 55-inch television on top of a gas fireplace. I'm sorry, an electric fireplace. So this was an electric fireplace and built on basically a bump out, a fake wall. Its only purpose was to separate the fireplace from the walls behind. You should see in the video. And I just had to fish the wire down behind in that void, which was a bit more tricky than I thought because they have wires in there and all kinds of stuff. So it was tricky for me to get the wire there. It took a little longer than I was hoping. Not bad at all though, not by any stretch. I've had much worse, but yeah. So I will see you guys on site. So should be like 28, yep, 28 inches. So if we do, say if we do a foot up, that will be your TV, which won't work obviously because we need to go higher than this. So we'll be about 13 inches up. So it'll be just the yellow of the tape measure will be the height of the TV. Are you okay with that?
That's the bottom where your hand is.
The bottom is the bottom of the yellow here. Oh, just put them on upside down. Okay. Always got to make sure you snap these guys in. Easiest way, slide them in, pull them back. Usually snaps right in. Inches. All right. I swear I cannot keep a pencil. I always lose it. So 4 inches up. About here. All right, 48 3/4. All right. Gotta make a center mark. And then, what's this? 48 3/4. Quarter in. Yeah, so this bracket has to go something like this. There's your center marks here, and about 19 1/4 inches over from the side of the TV is where this ends. So it's going to end somewhere in like here. Now you should have a stud right here.
Okay.
So I can put, I'll have to measure exactly, but I may be able to sink. This is pretty thick. I should be able to sink lag bolts right here and here, which should be okay. And then I can use a toggle, which supports up to 80 pounds each one, so that it'll be plenty. The only thing is you see how it's, the TV it won't sit 100% flush against the wall. It will sit out just a little bit. So if you're okay with that, we can just do that.
Okay, if you're okay with that.
Again, this is totally up to, I want to do whatever makes you happy. So if you're fine with, you probably won't, because most TVs stick out significantly a bit more. But this mount is designed so it sits flush to the wall as possible. But I mean, it's only going to be maybe like that far off the wall or something like that.
I don't think I would have realized it.
Well, if you go to the side and look down, you'll say, hey, it's not sitting against the wall, you know what I mean? But everyday use, you're going to probably never notice it. But I do want to make you aware of it before I just go ahead, because that'll,
it's going to hold it, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, I can sink a stud right here and here, which is all it needs. I usually, on any mount, especially this one, you always want like at least 3 points of contact. So you have here and here, but if for whatever reason they were to loosen just a little bit, or just gravity over time, it may make this shift a bit. But with the third point, now I can't move, you know?
Okay.
So that's plenty. And then the same thing we'll do over here. There should be, well, they may have did this on 24s. I'll have to get my stud finder out and check, but a lot of times with like a fake wall, it's not structural. They'll put the studs on 24 just because it may save them $3 for a 2x4. You know, so, okay. Yeah, we should be able to make that work, because the top of this should be somewhere right around there.
Like I said, as long as you're the expert on it, not me, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a huge problem at all. Most of them, I wind up putting a back box behind them anyway, because we put the One Connect box, which is that other box there. We put that in here. But yours is going to be different, because we're going to put it over here so you can put it on a shelf, which is better, because a lot of times people have to call me back out because they don't want to take the TV off the wall. If they have to plug something in, or a cable box is in there or something like that, and the cable box starts acting wacky, you have to get the TV off of the wall to open the panel up to unplug and everything.
That's why he said we were going to do it there, because he didn't, he didn't want to remove it.
Yeah, 'cause like Monday, I'm doing this exact thing with a 65-inch, but it's going in the wall.
Yes.
So if they ever have an issue, they're going to have to either take it down or call me or someone else to come take it down for them. But you won't have that. You can just unplug it right here and do what you need to do. So, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I want this as low as it can go. So put it about here. And this will be where the one connect wire comes out. this stick up. Might be easier to come down. I need some string. Alright, so we want a nice long tail hanging off of here. And just want like one wrap. Just enough to hold it on. So I think we'll go from the top. Hopefully gravity will pull the string down where we need it. Make sure it's all the way down in there. I don't want to lose the stick. There's our stick. Right there. Now we go fishing. There we go. So now I'm just gonna tie this on so it doesn't get pulled in the wall. Grab a stick, pull it up. There we go. So now we got the string over there. All right. Oh man, I'm making spaghetti. All right. The base side's always going to go in the TV. All right. Twist this. Just want to make sure that cap stays on so I don't damage the contacts with dust or debris. Put a little tail on that. It's easy to take off. And then just one little loop down here. Just because. You do not want to pull these wires hard at all. You will damage them and break them and have to buy a new one. Okay, that's good enough. So now we'll just push this head down in there just to get us started. Come through right here. And there we go. That's that. Now we'll just pull a bunch of this excess through here because we don't need it on the TV side. All right, that's perfect. Pull the rest of that string through. All right, so this is what we have up here. Now, we can fit this back on. Now we can make our holes, mount the mounts. Okay. Now we just want to drill our 1/2-inch holes. So these three will go with toggle bolts. This one will go with a toggle.
The toggles, I just usually push all that back in the wall so it's nice and flat. Make sure it's flat there. Oh, and I lied about the toggle weight limit. I just looked at the box. Now they're claiming up to 265 pounds per toggle bolt. These hold in drywall. So yeah, one of these is enough to carry the load of your television. These things are great, but they're expensive for what they are. If you buy like I think it's like a 3-pack, it's like $10 or something, 12 bucks.
It's that I can't live without TV. So you hook this up over your own little tray table.
Well, I always tell everyone, I do a lot of houses when people move in, and they have everything set up and they've been in there for a week or so, and you can see they have like these little tiny TVs around the house, or they're watching TV on laptops. I always tell them a house isn't a home until the TV's on the wall, and they're like, you are so right. Like, we didn't realize how much we missed it until it was there. And then you get it and it's on the wall and it's mounted, or, you know, if it's not mounted, it's hooked up or whatever, so you can watch it. And then you watch it for 5 minutes and you go do something else anyway. So.
Well, I have so much stuff to do. I don't even know where to put stuff. I've got too much stuff from my other house.
These phones don't stop. I get a lot of clients who are like, I've been trying to call you, never answer. I'm like, I'm always busy, I'm sorry. Oh, there's always one. Don't want to crank these in too tight. Thinking they're supposed to use 5 foot-pounds. Okay, so this is how I'm going to make a little hole in this plate for the one connect wire to go through, because obviously we don't need a whole plate that has this huge hole here for a tiny little wire to come through. So generally what I'll do is just line up my level center of these holes, and as soon as I find my pencil, just make a mark. And then there's usually, you can't see it on camera, but there's 2 dots here on this that are on the center line. It's like 2 little marks on the plate. So I'll get that centered up pretty good. And then, there you go. Don't judge the state of my truck. I know it's a mess. All right, so now, easy peasy. Just line up the drill on your mark, straight through. All right, so that's that. Now, how do we get that big thing into here? Well, the cleanest way I've figured out how to do this is just a pair of snips and just come in and cut it as straight as you can. Okay. So now you have that part here that you can just open up and put the wire in, and then when you pop it back together, it's almost invisible. I mean, you can see it if you're looking for it, but if you guys know a better way to make a small hole without having a huge opening here, please let me know in the comments. I mean, the only other way to do it would be to cut the one connect wire and put it back together, but good luck with that.
This came out really good. I'm glad I didn't get the bigger one like you wanted to. I think this is perfect.
Yeah, I think that one, it just, sometimes bigger TVs, I mean, to me, the bigger the TVs is going to be better. Like I said, a lot of people think, oh, that TV's too big, and then they have it for 2 weeks and they're like, oh man, I could have got a bigger TV. You kind of get used to it pretty fast, but this TV looks good because it doesn't look forced.
Yes.
You know, you have space here, you have space there. Obviously, it's not the same space, but it still looks good. Some people, I've done 85 inches in a guy's bedroom where he had a double-sided fireplace, so you could see it from his bed.
Yes.
Or, we're talking about a multi-million-dollar house, so his master bedroom was huge. It was probably the size of your downstairs, just his bedroom, okay? So maybe like that wall where your stove is,
yes,
your oven, was his fireplace, so you could see it on both sides, you see right through. And there was a wall there, and you had to walk around either side from the bed part. And the TV was sticking off almost a foot on either side because the TV was so big for the space. And I said, this is gonna be really, I don't wanna say it's gonna be ugly because this is what he wants, but it just didn't look good. And I said, if you're not paying attention and you walk by and just hit the corner of that because it was an OLED and they're so thin, I said, you're gonna crack the panel when your TV's done.
And he took it anyway?
He wanted it, yeah. Sometimes it just looks forced. Okay. Oop, not much battery. TV?
Yeah.
No, not without this. This is the brains of the TV.
Oh,
That's
okay.
basically a monitor.
Okay,
That's why this has to plug into here.
I see.
So this is what we would generally put in the wall, but we're putting this over here for you. Yeah, see all your connections and everything are here.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that connects on that television is the other end of this wire. So now I'll plug this guy in. And this little cord supplies power to the television, audio, video, everything straight through that cord. So that's why you don't need that's why you don't need a power cord coming to this.
See, some of those other, the other house was like bulky, you know? Thing that
You have like
jammed on the wall,
yeah, a brick or whatever that was behind it. Yeah, none of that now. And this box has gotten a lot smaller from when they first came out. They were a lot bigger. Then they got a little bit smaller, and then they got longer. Okay.
Are a lot of people getting these kind of TVs now?
These TVs are pretty popular, yeah. At first they weren't because they were kind of priced out of a lot of people's budget,
Yes.
but they've come down a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what this was. I think it was like 8 with tax.
Yeah,
Is that a good price?
yeah. It's about the going rate for them. To press either the home button or you can press the back. This is the back button here.
Okay.
So if you're anywhere somewhere, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
there's-
you can just go to live.
$21 on Easy
Okay.
Pay. If you want the whole outfit, that would be, let's see, 30.
And there you go, and it doesn't even look like a
It looks good.
yeah. It doesn't look like a TV, right?
Yeah, it looks
It's just
nice.
yeah. They just add something more to the home because the TV up there just is okay. It's a TV, but
Right.
now you got a frame around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like it. I didn't think I'd like it this much because I was just going to hang whatever I brought from home with me, you know?
Now you don't have two birds, one stone. You know.
That's what it's all about. With stretch. Corduroy. I feel like they should be like that. Just because to me, when I see corduroy, I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of a stick. I think we can't fit. We can't fit it, I know.